New developments in a deadly police-involved shooting in Kensington. Philadelphia police are now walking back their account of what happened before one of their officers shot a man multiple times, killing him.
The police commissioner speaking out today saying what police initially reported after the shooting on Monday was not actually what happened. In the original report, police say the man, identified as 27-year-old Eddie Irizarry, lunged at police with a knife outside of his car. Well, today police changing that story, saying police body camera video shows Irizarry was seated inside the vehicle.
At this time, the evidence clearly indicates that the male was not outside of the vehicle and was seated inside of the vehicle at the time of the discharge.
The commissioner also says the officer is on restricted duty and is under investigation. We'll have much more on this investigation coming up at 10:30.
Meanwhile, Irizarry's devastated family and loved ones holding a vigil tonight as they try to work through their grief. Our Shayna Ferreira was there, and Shayna, you spoke with his family?
That's exactly right, Sheba, and there's no other way to put it. Truly, the Irizarry family is devastated, crushed tonight over the loss of their beloved son and brother. They're now demanding justice and looking for answers. A vigil in Kensington held for 27-year-old Eddie Irizarry, shot and killed by Philadelphia police during a traffic stop Monday that quickly turned deadly.
I'm here with my whole family because we want justice. They murdered my nephew here, cold blood. And I want answers.
Answers because of new information from Philadelphia police that says Irizarry was in the car and never got out of his car when the officer fired his weapon 6 times. Initial reports from police stated that Irizarry got out of his car armed with a knife and lunged at officers, a narrative the family says didn't sit right with them.
We know that was not him. It was not him. Impossible. You tell that boy sit down, he'll sit down. He was a good kid. There was no need for that. He shot him 6 times, 3 in the face, 1 in the neck, and 2 in the chest. For what?
Family and friends gathering on the 100 block of Willard Street Wednesday with balloons, candles, and lots of support as they grieve the loss of their beloved Junito.
He was the humblest guy that you can know. He was never a violent person, and like I told the other people, he had that knife as a tool. He never had that knife as a weapon. He never, since he used to live in Puerto Rico and we were kids, he always had a knife on him.
After an emotional moment of prayer, the family released balloons in honor of their beloved brother, son, and nephew. We spoke to Irizarry's dad, who only speaks Spanish. He says nothing or no one can bring back his little boy, adding he believes the officers must pay for what they did.
Lo que hizo el policía lo hizo mal. Lamentablemente, policías así no necesitamos aquí.
He says he believes the police did wrong, and unfortunately for them, they don't need police officers like that in their neighborhood. He says they need officers that are ready physically and mentally to handle these kinds of situations. Now, the family tells me Junito was a quiet and sweet young man who wouldn't hurt a fly. They said he didn't have a steady job, but he was really good with his hands. He was a mechanic. He liked to work on folks' cars. He also helped folks in the neighborhood with home projects because he had and suffered from different mental illnesses. So he suffered on that end. But also important to note here, the family says Junito didn't speak much English and didn't understand it well either. So they believe a language barrier could have contributed to this deadly shooting. Sheba, Jason.
I am sure that will be part of the investigation. You can tell just how many people are hurting over his loss tonight. Shayna, thank you.